German turn. So let's take a look at what we got in our hand. Alright, a nice low fire card, which is good, especially at the beginning of the game when you're kind of far away. A movement card, also great, as we want to move some people forward. You see, remember I moved these guys forward last turn, and I made the mistake of discarding their movement card because I thought I had left it out. But actually, that card needs to stay out so that we know that they're moving. So this was not an action in play to discard. Movement cards stay on the table until a new terrain card, so not wire, not smoke, those are considered artificial terrain, but an actual terrain card is placed on top of them. So that guy stays out. So I just pulled it right back out of the discard pile there. So his entrenchments would have gone away. Your entrenchments go away the second that you move, right? Makes sense. And you'll see this on the forums if you read anything about the game, but the rules, there are a lot of them and there are a lot of exceptions, but as you play, they make sense. You know, if you're in entrenchments, you ask yourself logically, when do the entrenchments go away? Well, I dug a hole and I was sitting in it. The second I move from that hole, those are going to go away. So that's the nice thing about the game, is that as you learn a lot of the rules, they make sense. They're not all that way. You know, from what I've read, there are some rules that aren't as logical, but for the most part, they make a lot of sense. So that's nice. All right. So this is our fire base. They're very important to us, right? So we don't want them to get into any trouble, so we're going to put them in some terrain. Just to let you know, we do have another movement card, and we could play that. You could play another movement card on top of a movement card and move, forward, sideways, whatever the case may be. Usually people don't do that because that puts you at a +2 to whatever fire is incoming at you. So makes you very vulnerable. So usually you go from one piece of terrain, move, get into another. That's the standard pattern. Let's put these guys in the woods. That'll be our action for that group. And then let's get our our maneuver group well, they could move or they could shoot, right? All we need is 5. Let's see. The closest target they have is at a 1. Let's see what they have at a 1. 1, 2, 3, and none. You can see it right under there. I can move this out of the way a little bit. You can see 1 there is none. So they don't have enough to use it. So let's get them moving forward. All we have looking forward is a little bit of terrain, not the best terrain, but we need to get up there. So we're going to move them forward, increase their range chit, and delete their entrenchments. And over here, we played a new piece of terrain on top of a movement card, so the movement card gets discarded. All right. So these guys moved. Now they're safely in the woods. These guys are on the move. And now, as the Germans, we get to choose a card to discard if we want. It's not required. The only time you're required to do something, really, is if you pass, right, and then your opponent passes also, then you have to take some sort of action or do a discard. So, but we're looking good. Let's see if there's any junk we want to get out of our hand. Our rally I would hold on to because we have some people in movement here, and it's a 5, so it would cover all those guys if they happen to get pinned. Our fire card is nice and small, so we're going to be able to use that soon. We're in motion, so brush isn't the best terrain, but it is terrain. It's better than nothing. So we're going to hold on to that. So we're going to draw up. As I draw up here, look at the back of these cards here. All of the cards in the action deck have this very nice bucolic country sort of terrain picture on them. This is actually, each of these cards is an open ground card. So if we wanted to on our next turn, we could play this card on top of this to get these guys to stop moving. It also gets a card out of your hand. Now, it doesn't confer any bonus to you as far as protection, but if you're moving in wire, for example, and you need to stop moving because it's making you more vulnerable, you can actually play these cards, play one of them under the wire. So we'll see if that comes up. Just wanted to throw that out there because I hadn't touched on it yet. So that's going to be the end of the Germans' turn, and we are going to move on to the Americans' turn.